Um, your invasions work based off. Back to Dark Souls. Last time we made it to the beautiful, beautiful Anne Orlando. Look at that. Long may the sun shine. I did a little bit of stuff off camera. I went ahead and I got all these treasure chests. One of them was a mimic. We took care of him. We got all the stuff out of him. Mostly some Titanite shards and stuff. Nothing, nothing too extreme. But now, it's time to press forward. We're a couple demon Titanites away from finally finishing this weapon. So that may be part of why we're not getting invaded as much. Your invasions work based off of your soul level, but they also work based off of your weapon upgrade level. So here we've got one of these bad boys, a bell gargoyle. Got another gargoyle tail axe. Absolutely unconcerned with his presence. I was debating whether or not I wanted to go down here and get this treasure chest or not, and then I remembered that he shows up. There's some stairs over there, but we're gonna go over here. It's always nice to have a little bit of action right off the rip. We got a chest. This one's not a mimic. We've got a single demon titanite. So how many do we have now? Let's double check on that. We're at 3. With one more, we can finish this weapon. So, on we go. One thing that we never did that is a good idea to do is to pick up the smith box from Andre Vestora, and that will allow you to upgrade your weapons on the fly. Now you won't be able to ascend your weapons, but like a +5 weapon won't be able to go to +6 that way. You'll need to go to Andre to do that. But if we had it, we would be able to finish this weapon upgrade right when we get another shard. So you'll notice, you come over here, this is obviously a lift, but we cannot make that jump. So how do you get by, you might be wondering? Well, that's what we're about to do. Just because the lift's in the wrong spot and it's a death fall right there doesn't mean nothing. That's not going to stop us. Ooh, maybe didn't want that much gusto. So kind of take your time here, you know. As we saw in the Great Hollow, when you go between things, the camera can get kind of fucky sometimes. So, you know, you want to take your time. Don't be too gung-ho about it, just in case the camera gets fucky on you. But you're going to want to walk up this, and then you're going to want to roll to this platform. Exactly like that. Now, obviously, lighter equipment will benefit you better, and you might fuck up and fall and die your first time. That's fine. It's going to happen sometimes. And Orlando provides some of the most difficult platforming. Now we're going to have a bunch of these guys to deal with. They are not an issue for me, because I've not only got the poise to deal with them, but I've got the weapon to deal with them. You're going to want to climb up here. Now you see there's a couple more of those bad boys around. I don't know why Siri woke up. Alright. We'll go ahead and move him with an arrow. The reason we're going to go ahead and start these guys a little early is because there's a reasonable enough chance that they'll fall to their death. But another reason is that we definitely do not want to be fighting them the old-fashioned way on the rafters. That's a little bit of a pain in the butt. Go ahead and just adjust your aim just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe a little more drastic. Alright, we're obviously not close enough. As with any platforming in Dark Souls, take your time. There's no hurry. There is no reason to rush this. Adjust. Adjust a bit more. We're still not close enough. So we'll walk forward just a little bit. There we go. Now that's not what you want to have happen. So we want to line ourselves up with him. He's getting that shit damage. Go ahead and let him do his thing. Hit him once. Patience is absolutely key when it comes to being up on these rafters. Oof. He had an item. Those guys tend to drop throwing knives. Now while you're up here, you might as well give that a smack and drop that. Do not jump down onto it, otherwise it will fall just the same as it just did, except the difference is that you'll be on it and you cannot survive that fall. Alright. We got one more dude up here. Realistically, this isn't too bad as far as like aggressively placing dudes in an inconvenient spot. Alright. Again, take your time. Keep your shield up. He'll come to you once you get close enough. If you don't have poise like I do, just be patient. You don't want to be getting staggered up here, because that can lead to disaster. Alright. So good. We're good. We have more or less made it. There's a treasure chest over there, over yonder. There's a way to get it. But we're going to go through this fog wall. I don't fully remember how to... I do actually think I know how to get that. Maybe? You know what? I think I could see how to do it, but I'm not very confident in it. If I'm being honest. So we've accessed the lift. That's what's important. Now, in order to progress forward, we want to end up there. But us, doing the things the way that we do them, we personally don't care for that particular exit into the lift at the moment. Get a nice little cutscene. And there you go. And now we've got another bell gargoyle to attend to. As you saw, he won't be too big of an issue. Off with his tail as well. And you just lay into him. Let him have it. This one gives you the gargoyle's shield and halberd. Different from the gargoyle's tail axe. And if you come all the way down here, you'll see a way in. This will get you into the ground level here. And as you can see, there's a pretty large number of these guys down here. Just kind of take your time with them. There's no real reason to hurry it. kind of pull them one at a time. If you've got a bunch of throwing knives, that's not a bad way to do it. All right. Take that guy out. Got another one right here. It's worth it to go all the way through and kill all of them. Ooh, spicy area there, lad. Alright, we got this guy who doesn't know exactly what he's doing. See, if they're throwing, you want to get to a spot where they can't exactly get you. You know, you want to bait them to walking to you. Because as you see, I'm not particularly struggling with any one of them, but all of them at the same time will make pretty quick work out of you if you're not careful. So we'll go ahead. Yep, got some throwing knives out of that guy. We can loot the dude that fell, as well as the body that was up here already. Great magic weapon. That's, if you're running sorceries, that's like hella good. That's a beautiful painting. We'll have to take a closer look at it here in a second. But first we want to take care of this guy. This place has all kinds of good stuff. He's got some showboat moves. But here we got the Black Iron. So by the lore, as I understand it, it's assumed that Black Iron Tarkus, the phantom that helped us beat the Iron Golem, fell from all the way up top by that window to here and died. And that he's the reason that window's open for us. So, we're going to check out this painting, though. It's big. A little bit of hydration. Uh-oh. It's a good painting, though. I like the overall art design of this game. So as you can see, there ain't no turning back here. That bridge don't work no more back there. Only way to go is forward. So we're in the painted world now. And, yeah, the only way to get out of the painted world is to finish the painted world. Now, this place is useful for all manner of grinding. Of course, you could always homeward bone out. That's always an option, provided you don't rest at this bonfire. But since we intend to be here and do the thing, we're going to rest at this bonfire, which also means we're going to fully kindle this bad boy. And we should be able to get a level up out of this, too. Hey, level up. As soon as we're not kindling you. Alright, that maxes out our endurance. You can level it further for higher equip load, but you won't get any more stamina out of it past that point. You'll see this door here is closed. It's not the end of the world. Careful for these hollows. As expected, they can get out of hand. But, I'll be honest, as with most places, they're kind of the least of your worries. Now, you can shoot these bodies, I believe. Something had health that I shot. There we go. Oh, excuse me. I do not know what I shot that had health, but something had health. Oh, it's possible an enemy will be weaker. Alright, there's a decent amount of these archers. Be mindful of them. Don't get caught off guard. Now these guys, Pyromancy's your best friend here. Ranged combat in general is your best friend against these guys. Because if you kill them with a melee weapon, they puke out a bunch of toxic fumes. They also do a relatively decent amount of damage. And some of them just sit there and spit fire at you. Sorry, sir, I'm not trying to check out your mixtape. I'm sure it's great. So we're going to make our way down here. Sounds like something's a little pissed. Got some albino rats. These guys also drop humanities just like regular ones. I'm not sure if they do so at a higher rate, but I would say that the humanity farm and the deaths with those rats is probably still better. Because if they do drop humanities at a higher rate, it's negligible. Ignore that archer for the moment. Got some fire dudes down there. Get that boy. Oh, he's puking. He's puking. Now your combustion has a similar effect in the sense that they don't puke up their garbage when they die. And it casts fairly quickly. So, good stuff there. Then there's that guy up there. If we can get him with just arrows right here, if he seriously doesn't figure out how to get down to us, then that'll be funny. Siri, can you stop? Man, Siri is just like needy as hell today. Alright, cool. You see that? If you kill them with any kind of physical attacks, that's what happens. So your pyromancy is going to be your best friend. Or any kind of magic that you have. If you're running a sorcerer, even better. You're probably going to do more damage than I'm doing with my pyro. Now we're up here to where he was, but we can't get over there to that item. Not from right here anyway. So we keep on keeping on. We're going to walk around over here. Grab that item right there. We've got a whole ass dragon right there. An undead one, but still. You also want to watch out for these. You definitely want to watch out for that attack. Now these enemies here, they're useful if you're in the Dark Moon Covenant. See, we haven't accessed that fog door, so it can't actually come back up and chase us yet. But yeah, if you're in the Dark Moon Covenant, those guys are great farming for the ears. That you need to progress the Covenant. And of course, if any of them decide to drop those for us, I'll be happy about it. But all the way up top here, Red Sign Soapstone. If you are a PvPer and you like fight clubs and such, then that's a cool thing to have. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down to this platform here. We're going to go ahead and drop off the side. Minuscule fall damage and a Soul of a Brave Warrior. That gets us another item. Drop off over here. A little more fall damage. There's an item right there, too. We'll worry about that item in a bit. Get your booty away. Yeah, we'll worry about that item in a little bit. So this brings us pretty much back to where we were. There's statters right here. There's this individual. They've figured out how to get over here. Be careful with this guy, because I'm pretty sure he's just going to, like, yeet himself over to us. We're going to go ahead and deal with him right now. Nothing's following us. Now I'm going to show you how to cheese this guy. I don't think we can beat him legitimately at the moment. Look at him fucking go. Look at him go. And you just sit there and shoot him. We'll be back after he dies. Alright. We took care of him. Took a little while. Your mileage may vary depending on what kind of bow you're using, what your dexterity looks like, or if it's a strength scaling bow, what your strength looks like. But regardless, we got him. Took a little bit. No biggie. He drops a dragon scale. Again, if you're using dragon weapons you're intending to, that's good to have. You can also find the blood shield over here. If you want to resist bleed, that's a good shield to have. It's a shield that I generally use, honestly, on most of my characters, because it offers pretty solid resistances to stuff. It's good in Blighttown. It's good against people that use katanas in PvP. Is this actually invisible? No. So now we go ahead and we're in here. Because as you know, as you saw, clear as day, that dragon's ass is blocking that path. So now, we're over here. We ain't out of the woods yet. Look at that. We got a bunch of phalanxes. These guys are a phenomenal soul farm, honestly. They can hit pretty hard, and they have shields. They have good shields. It's really just a matter of circling around them because they're kind of slow. Kind of slow on the turn. It's a matter of not getting killed by that guy because you're not paying attention. Kind of one at a time. Early on, you circle around them after they all wake up, and it's not too bad to get a solid number of them hit with some big wide swings. But you know, you just whittle them down. They're pretty brutal. Once they throw their spear, they pull another one out of their back. That's metal as hell, if I've ever seen anything that's metal. I'm not sure if those guys are dead or just sleeping. Looks like they might be dead. So over here there's a variety of things to check out and indulge, and we're gonna check it out. We're gonna check out pretty much all of it. This door's locked, so we're gonna need to find a key for this door. I know where the key is, but we're not gonna go down there just yet. Not quite yet, friends. This is one place where you want to have your humanity restored. Because we're going to come down here and show you why. We got this guy, he's already aware of us. He's coming on over, coming to hang out. We got that guy coming to hang out. We kind of want these guys out over here coming to hang out. We don't really want them down there. Because what we're doing down there, having them there can be a little inconvenient. Oof, in the face. I think he's the last one. We'll wait for him to figure it out. figure out how to get up here. There he goes. Look at how he waddles. Roop, 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 roop. Alright, get rid of him. Now, there's a bunch of items down here to loot. That's one thing we're going to do. There's a couple more of these guys. Take care of them. No biggie. Okay, come over here. Keep your eyes behind you. A couple of soul items. There it is. King Jeremiah has invaded. Look at his head. You want his invasion. You want to fight him. But you gotta be careful because he uses Chaos Pyromancy. And that whip builds bleed. Watch yourself for that one. That's why you watch yourself for that one. You hate to see it. It's probably better not to let him do that. I kind of wanted to show it off a little bit, but it's better to not let him do that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get back to that fight. And, yeah, I will see you there. Quick little segue on our way back. I didn't realize that this was right here in this room where we fought these guys. We just cut this rope and there's a body down there over in that little graveyard area for us to loot. And there's a little segue that we're going to go ahead and do. It should ultimately lead us back to the same spot, more or less. But, oh. Didn't lead to where I thought it was going to lead. Where the hell am I? Oh, I'm above those rats. Or a rat, rather. Hold on, I think we just did something. Hang on a second. Oh no, we didn't really do anything. Alright. Yep, back to where we were. I'll see you when I get back. Wait, hang on, there's a lot more rats here. I am quite sure this is a little different. Ooh, a gold coin. Alright, there's a ladder right here. We ended up in a little bit of a segue on a little bit of a different path here. So, what do we have here versus what's over here? We got two places we could drop down. We're gonna drop down over here. More rats. And a treasure chest. Kind of a lot of these little guys in there. Not a mimic, so you can safely open it. Ooh, painting guardian outfit. Alright, it looks like more or less it would have been the same either way we went. We got a boy right here. And a ladder. Where the hell are we? I don't fully remember this. Oh, this leads up here. Okay. Yeah. So cool. That was actually a meaningful little segue. Alright. Awesome. There's an item over here too. Egg vermifuge. Hell yeah. And there's this guy hanging out over here. And yeah. We're back on track. Alright. Back to seeing you later when we're fighting King Jeremiah again. Alright. So, it was a humanity that we dropped, and then there's a ring of sacrifice up there. So, we might as well come back right now. I don't think there's actually treasure ahead. Oh. There actually was. Well, good on you then. Helpful message. For once, helpful message. Can we open this door from right here? We can. Alright. Well, I don't know why I didn't do that the last time. Because now I don't have to do the whole thing again. I guess if I did do that last time though, we would have missed that whole little segue. See, another thing about King Jeremiah, though, is that he does a lot of, obviously, fire damage, and as you're noticing, probably, fire resistance, we don't have that a lot in spades. You know, with the cheap shots. Acid Surge. That's a decent pyromancy. All it does, though, it doesn't do damage outright. All that it really does is, come on, King Jeremiah. Spawn in. Invade me. There we go. All it does, though, is it damages equipment durability. Just not having his shit this time. Just like real PvP, stun locking is a thing. I don't know what he dropped. Probably his weapon, maybe a pyromancy. Let's see. No pyromancies. Then I'd wager it was his weapon. The Thorn Whip. Yeah, Nosh Whip. Alright, cool. So, we're gonna keep wandering around and exploring. There's an item over yonder. What's over here? What's over here? Okay, that's something we want. We're gonna go grab this item, then we're gonna go down there and, what am I doing with myself? We got another dude coming on up. Not a couple of them. Oh yeah, this leads to that guy that we shot down. So this is where you would normally go to knock him down if you decide to do it the old-fashioned way with a blade. Alright, so I'm going to kind of show you the back doorway to moving forward. Because, and while we're at it actually, we'll equip a shield that has 100% physical resistance. And it looks good. You see that guy right there? And that guy right there? They're aware of us. There's a switch down here that we want. Alright, so these guys right here, you may remember them from the catacombs, when we went to fight Pinwheel early on, back in like episode 2. These bone wheels are... Ooh, Jesus. He spooked me. These bone wheels, as you see, he did a lot of damage. They just do physical damage. They don't do any, like, any kind of special damage or anything. They just do physical damage. It's just that they do a lot of it in quick succession. Like, I'm just gonna turtle up and block this guy. Look at this garbage. They have a lot of hits, and because they have a lot of hits, they do, by extension, a lot of damage. So, because they do a lot of damage, they are a bit of a threat. So you generally want to avoid them. This place is bloody chock full of them. Where you going there, bud? I really like that little, like, power slide they do at the end of their attack. Like, look at them go. Slide. They're cool. I do like the bone wheels. I like the principle behind them. I like the concept of them. I like the little, like, personality that they have. They're awesome. But this is what we came down here for. There's a whole way to get through down here, but that is what we wanted. So that twists that statue right there. And opens the door. We are not quite in the clear yet. We're almost done, but not quite yet done. Also, like, going through the normal way, that's a hidden wall. So if you're not, like, smacking walls down in them little sewers, you're gonna, like, you can miss the whole point. And if you're on, like, New Game Plus, and there's a Gravelord out here, forget about it. Because the Gravelord brings in bone wheels down there. A good amount of them. An uncomfortable amount of them. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to follow the statue. We're actually, yeah, we're going to follow the statue. We're in pretty good shape. We've got 83,000 souls. Hey, man. Now, it might seem like and feel like a straight shot from here. Do not be fooled. There's more than meets the eye here. This is like Transformers. We got two of these boys as archers. But we got one of them right here with a sword. So we're keeping up this 100% shield for the moment. A little ambush. Look at that. Alright, we press forward because look at that. We've got this confused boy. Oh, we poisoned him. Hey, hey, weapon doing its work. We are almost done with the painted world, my friends. Almost. There's obviously a few places we still haven't gone out here, but we're about done. This is the final spot. Now, everything about this implies boss fight. The fog door closes back up behind us.
None of us bows now. We bow and step into this world, plunged down in the fight, hiding because it was fire, and fire shattered the
So this here is Crossbreed Priscilla. In my opinion, she's the best Dark Souls character. Full stop. I adore her. And she's a boss. But she's an optional boss. She gives you the opportunity to walk right past her and just carry on with your life. But I hate to do it to you. But
I expected as much from thee. Why the
now she's not a terribly difficult boss inherently. But the fact that she's invisible provides a decent enough challenge. Now you can see her footprints. Maybe you can hit her with some pyromancy. You can reveal her. Like all dragon bosses, you can cut her tail. She builds bleed as well. And there you have it. We've beaten Crossbreed Priscilla. I hate to do it, but, you know, it is what it is. Before we leave, though, we're going to do one last thing. I'll go ahead and cut and then come back to being in the boss room again. Because there's something that isn't quite there. Hang on a second. Man, what happened to you? Why are you up there? I didn't do this to you. Anyway. We'll be back in the boss room. Consider what I'm about to do an epilogue. Or, you know what? You know what, actually, I don't really think there's a reason to cut. Because it's literally just running back to rest at the bonfire, and then running back again. So, we're making decent progress through the game. By the time this episode is uploaded, there will be a couple of, or at least one series will be completed by the time I upload this. So that's cool. One series, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I've got a series that'll be done by the time I'm done uploading this. By the time this goes live, rather. And things are going along smoothly. Now, I've still ordered a microphone. Because I'm using a webcam as a microphone, which is subpar, honestly. I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels that my audio could be better. Leaps and bounds better. If I just had a better microphone. I ordered a microphone from a microphone manufacturer that I trust. I've used them for music in the past. So, I unfortunately no longer have the microphone I used to use. Otherwise, I would just use that. But it's unfortunately on back order with all the chaos in the world at the moment. Mostly the COVID-19 specifically. It makes the logistics of getting this stuff to the people who ordered it a bit more of a challenge, you know. So we're gonna have to stick through it and kind of be a webcam hooked up to the t-shirt holdout for a little while. But I'm kind of hoping that it shows up at some point. I ordered it a few months ago, so we'll see. We'll see. But you know, I got some plans going forward. I will say that. Hey, a short bow. Hey, whoa, hey. Whoa, hey. Still gotta fight this guy again, though. Good lord, man. Calm down. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Where's Phil Swift when you need him? Give me some flex tape. Slap some flex tape on that. Ought to fix it right up. Alright. He does pretty reliably drop large Titanite shards, so if you need to grind out large Titanite shards, my friends, there you go. And he gives a reasonable amount of souls, too. It's a farm worth farming. Now, because we rested at the bonfire, when we come out of the painting, all those painting guardians will be back. Jeremiah's outfit should be over here. Weird. Whatever. We'll carry on. A little nervous there. I mean, wouldn't you be? And there you go, Homeward Bound. Yeah, all the painting guardians are back. And I think we're going to go ahead and cut it for now. We'll actually go and fight this painting guardian over here real quick. Alright. So that's all for this episode. We took care of the painted world, and we got Priscilla's dagger. And her soul. For better or for worse. RIP to Crossbreed Priscilla, my favorite boss. But I had to do it. Her soul gives, like a lot of other boss souls, her soul gives a pretty good boss weapon. You can get the Life Hunt scythe out of it, and the Life Hunt scythe and Priscilla's dagger both have what the game refers to as Life Hunt. And what it is it's a more potent version of bleed. It's kind of like Life Hunt to bleed is like toxic to poison. Like, it builds in more or less the same way, but resistances to it are lower, and it does more damage. The caveat to that, and where the shit like the Blood Shield comes in handy, is if you're doing a Life Hunt weapon for your build, it's worth mentioning and remembering that Life Hunt stacks bleed on yourself as well. Not at the same rate, not even close. You can get, I think it's 25% of the bleed you're dishing out, you're also receiving. So if you're going to do a Life Hunt build, it's not a bad idea to keep the Blood Shield and probably the Blood Bite Ring would be considered essential. I know I've run a Life Hunt Scythe build in the past, and I find that the Blood Bite Ring and the Ring of Favor and Protection is an unmistakably good combination. But with that said, I will see you all in the next one. Thank you guys for sticking around for this journey. Thank you guys for seeing why we went back and got that doll. That doll is what you need. That peculiar doll is how you get into the painted world. So anyway, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.